Okay, Susan, you said that it was more difficult to make friends in our later years than it was when we were younger.
Right.
Now, my question to you is, would that have something to do with the word baggage?
Oh, yes, and I carry plenty of it with me everywhere.
So, how would you define baggage?
It's your past history and things that shape the way you see the world and the things that interfere with things in your world. Like perhaps you might have an interfering mother. Or maybe you have a sister who you've seen all through her life behave this way in her relationships, and it colors the way that you act in a relationship. So ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, all of that, you bring it with you.
Do you think there's a human alive that doesn't have any baggage?
I can't think of one.
So then we all have that in common.
Right.
And people are still getting into relationships.
Right.
And people are still making friends. So how do you think people are making friends and getting into relationship with all these maletas?
Oh, I think some people are able to control it more than others.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if you have that interfering mother, well, when you're in the beginning of your relationships, mom doesn't have anything to do with it. Mom doesn't get to say anything, or mom doesn't know about it. That's probably the best way with an interfering mother.
But what would you consider the typical baggage? Like typical baggage that a human being would have to prevent them from meeting someone that their eyes say, ooh, I'd like to meet that person, but now they become prisoners of their emotions or prisoners of that baggage, we call it. What do you think they can do to overcome that?
Okay.
Is there anything they can do to overcome that?
Okay. I'm going to make this personal here. My ex was an alcoholic, and he was abusive, physically and verbally. How do I get around that? Okay, I look at each man as an individual. I do not go out with men who are drinkers or druggers because of his background, and that's the only way I can protect myself. But I do understand that not all men are like that.
You do want to meet someone for marriage, and my question is, what scenario or what specific situation would you want to find yourself in to say, you know what, this is a great time to meet somebody. I love the way everything is going. What would that look like?
What I picture is being out at maybe like an animal festival, like maybe a dog festival where they have different booths and things like that, where you get to see items for dogs. You know, maybe one booth that has all different kinds of special clothing that you can put your dog in. Okay, I know that's crazy. But, you know, maybe the guy selling the clothes or making the clothes is going to be just the right one for me. Or they put on shows where the canine from the local police department is out there showing off his skills. You know, different things like that. But I could see it like at a festival where everybody's casual, but everybody loves dogs. Everybody loves animals. And so you're in that mindset and everybody's happy. And, you know, since you all have that same mindset, it's easier to meet someone with all that in common.
Okay, now, did you get that idea because of our conversation on the phone, or was this something that you always thought of?
In the past, I've loved going to animal events.
But did our
conversation about that
did activate it?
Did activate it, yes.
And I think we should be looking into some festivals like that. Because, you know, I know, you know where they have most of the Yorkie festivals, if you want to go?
The Midwest.
No, Tokyo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're all over the place in Tokyo. They love those dogs.
I would not have dreamed of that.
Yeah, Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, you'll find a lot of Yorkie festivals over there with everything for Yorkies, you know. But, you know, I don't know. I couldn't find any Yorkie festivals. Okay. So if anybody knows of any, I hope they put them in the comments.
Okay.
And I've been looking, and a lot of times, I don't know, they're just not posted, but they've got to be somewhere. But you know what I'm thinking?
What?
the next time you go to a pet store, you should ask the people there if they know of any pet shows coming up or any conventions coming up for anything related to pets. Because even though they may have a pet show, I wouldn't be surprised if there were conventions where they would offer pet supplies, and you'd meet the same type of people.
Right.
You know, people who love to eat dog food.
No, I'm thinking not.